back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Committed to celebrating the people, places, and traditions that make our state so special. That's why they're donating 100% of the proceeds to the Stronger Communities Fund at the South Dakota Community Foundation. Go to firstdakota.com to purchase Savoring South Dakota today. And don't forget a copy for yourself. First Dakota National Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena. Welcome to our Family Dental postgame as we'll try to speed through this one. The boys are out there in a 15-game pregame warm-up, so the second half of our doubleheader coming up. Governor Girls back and forth in that first period, but did lead 19-16 at the end of one. They opened things up, especially on the defensive end, to help the offense open things up. 19-5 through the second period, 38-21. Pierre led at the half, a 17-3 advantage in the third quarter with more of the same, and Pierre opened up that 55-24 lead going to the fourth. And then the Governor JVs came in there, put a bucket down, but we're outscored 9-2. Final score, though, 57-33. Pierre with a 9 of 20 shot effort on the floor in the second half. Overall, 24 out of 50 for 48%, 5 of 15 from beyond the arc. And from the free throw line, just 4 for 8, but obviously didn't need much more production than that. Reister Williger with 20 points in this game. Played an outstanding game. Fed a lot by Lennox Dupree, who will finish with 13 points. I've got Lennox with 7 assists as well. Elise Christopherson with 7 points. Ryan Berry checks in with 6. Gracelyn Taylor with 7 also. And a 4-point night off the bench for Brianna Sargent in this one. As for Watertown, 3 of 15 on the floor in the second half, just 11 of 32 overall in the game. They hit 3 threes in the first period, but they missed their last 5 attempts on the rest of the game. They'll go 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 7 of 8, in fact, from Miranda Faulkner, who leads the way with 15 points in the losing cause. Avery Munger with 5 for Watertown, 3 points apiece for Addie Johnston, for Emery Thury, and for Jade Lund, and 2 points for Jordan Remmers and for Malia Krantz. 33 on the board for the Arrows. Governors with a the Arrows with a 25-15 rebounding advantage, with the Governors have a 5-4 edge on the offensive glass. But the turnovers are where it matters most in this one. Governors with 14 turnovers, but only 6 in the first 3 quarters when the varsities were playing. And again, keep in mind, the varsity girls were playing pretty much every second of the entire first 3 periods before they were able to take a break in the fourth. So a job well done by the Governors starters. Watertown with 32 turnovers in this game, and I don't have time right now to add up all the steals, but that would be a big part of the number of turnovers. Pierre with also 19 assists as a team compared to 6 overall for the Arrows. As we continue in the pregame show, again, we've got to abbreviated a bit, but big plays in this game. You've got to hand it to those Governor starters with their quickness, both with the feet and especially with the hands. And again, we'll just broaden it out. 32 turnovers in this game. All right, you got me going. I'll do a quick check of steals. 22. How about 22 steals for the Governors? Obviously an unofficial number, but that certainly tells a lot of the story as being the big plays of the game for Pierre. 57-33, they get the win. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson and the Dontics in Pierre. Let's hear from them and from Cowboy Country Stores and your Cowboy Country Store player of the game. Coming back in 1 minute. This is Governor Basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Hunting the fields, fishing the waters, taking kids to activities, Cowboy Country Stores is ready for you. Feed the whole family on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, federal bird stamps, convenience with a capital C, Cowboy Country Stores, and Champ's Chicken in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores players of the game, candidates, of course. Well, pat on the back to Miranda Faulkner for doing everything she can to keep some offense going throughout the game for the Watertown Arrows. She leads the Arrows with 15 points, but Reese Terwilliger with 20 points to lead the way. Lennox Dupree with 13 points and all those dimes as well. Again, it's the defense. It's Christopherson. It is Lennox Dupree. It's Graceland Taylor tonight as well, stepping in to take the place of Grace Richter, who was out with concussion symptoms. But along with 6 points tonight, Ryan Berry was doing a bunch of other things. I've got her with 6 rebounds, 6 steals, 5 rebounds, maybe 6 in fact, but Ryan was dishing things out as well, especially in that first quarter. 5 assists. It's more than just scoring. It's an all-around effort for Ryan Berry that will give her Player of the Game honors. And this one brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard in the first set. First game of the doubleheader. The Governor girls defeat Watertown 57-33. Let's take another 1-minute break in our pregame show brought to you by Bank West. Comes up, it's boys basketball next in our girls and boys doubleheader. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
One down, 1 to go, and an earlier start of AA doubleheader basketball. Welcome back. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play, live streaming with the help of Caleb Brozick and live tickets on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. Colby Carey providing audio production in our DRG Media Group World Headquarters as well. The Governor girls with a 57-33 win over Watertown. The Governor boys will try to finish a sweep. They'll bring a 3-1 mark in against the 1-1 Watertown Arrows. This is the Bank West pregame show, and we remind all of those on the road, especially in the holiday season, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team. They remind us that buckling up is the best way to save our lives in a crash. Let's do it for family and friends. We've got some place to be every time of the year, but especially during the holidays. It's the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. I'm Brian Oakland from the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth here for game number 2 coming up. A quick check of keys to success. Again, no coaches' interviews tonight, but Coach Brianna Kuzler bringing a team that played well at home in wins over Sturgis and Spearfish. And once again, the Governors will go as far as the offensive rebounds and putbacks allow them to. That was the case on Friday night, but Saturday night it was just a better, more efficiently run offense for the Governors as they got a good production from Jet Zabel both nights, good production from Luke Olson on both nights. Dawson Getz got hot from distance in the third quarter in particular in that win over Spearfish. So those are some of the things that the Governors will try to continue doing here, but they really want to kind of muscle up on the inside. I think tonight the Governors are going to have to defend the three-point shot, though. Watertown's got good athletes, and Dylan Rodden, Jake Olson, who are good three-point shooters, some physicality inside from guys like Caden Beauchamp and Marcus Rabine, but the Governors will have the size advantage in this one. A quick look at keys to success in this one for the Governors and for the Arrows. And our keys to success are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Again, from the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth, let's take a 2-minute break, and starting lineups are coming up next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Jail. No matter how good you are, working with a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. So if you'd like to know more about the available positions at the Hughes County Jail and be a part of their team, log on at hughescounty.org. Click on the Sheriff tab. Detention deputies and nursing positions are available. Go Govs from the employees of the Hughes County Jail.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek of Central Dakota Eye Care. Regular, yearly comprehensive eye exams are key in finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 and schedule an appointment. New patients are always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in the game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what's handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use their mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to the weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Bank West pregame continues to the boys' half of our doubleheader. Welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena. I'm Brian Oakland. We heard from Envirotech at the end of that break. Let's give you the Envirotech starting lineups from Envirotech in Pierre. First meeting, the Watertown Arrows. In this one, Dylan Rodden is one of the leaders, a 6-foot guard, a senior, along with Cohen Kranz, a 6-foot senior guard, Marcus Rabine, a 6'1 senior forward, Caden Beauchamp, the 6'3 senior, and Jake Olson, a 6'2 senior forward for Watertown, with the backcourt of Dylan Rodden and Cohen Kranz. Caden Beauchamp, Marcus Rabine, Jake Olson, the forwards up front. For our old friend, head coach Pat McClemens, he is assisted by Matty Kranz, Tom Mattingly, Zach Tobin, and Parker Schmidt. The starting lineup for the Arrows brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. For the Governors, who will be in road green tonight, it'll be Luke Olson, a 5'11 junior, starting at a guard, along with Tyan Buss, the 5'10 senior, Cade Kaiser, the third guard at 6'2 and a senior, and Dawson Getz, the shooter, 6'3 and a junior. Jet Zabel manning the middle, 6'5 and a senior for the Governors. So Olson, Buss, Kaiser, Getz in the backcourt, Zabel in the front court, and Miles Doyle, Sawyer Sonnenschein, and the big guy Cooper Terwilliger, the 6'5 freshman, will come in off the bench for the Governors. And their 3-1 mark, head coach Brianna Kuzler is assisted by Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Latrell LaRush, and Craig Ullman. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech. Let's hear from the law on the court. And the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, their Division of Consumer Protection, will tell you who the guys in stripes are after this from the Attorney General's Office.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
The law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, their Division of Consumer Protection. And as always, as we'll do again, we thank our law on the court for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Up from the Mitchell area, it'll be Andy Deinert, Jordan Gow, and Tucker Kingsbury. Those are the guys in stripes, the law on the court tonight. Andy Deinert, Jordan Gow, Tucker Kingsbury, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Once again, traveling during the holidays or whatever the case may be, whatever the purpose may be, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team. Remember to buckle up every trip, every time from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Brian Oakland with you as the starting lineups coming up on the floor, reminding you also that Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors who include Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Overhead Door, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC of American Family Insurance, and our friends and video partners with Live Ticket, sponsoring us as well through the Pierre Sports Marketing Group. Caleb Brozick doing Live Ticket. Once again, it is Colby Carey in studio with audio production. Let's take one final 2-minute break. We'll come back and tip this one off. It's boys basketball coming up as the girls have already won for the Governors 57-33. Second half on the way. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio, Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783. Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility, considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Back in Watertown, it's Comtech who sponsors our opening tip, and that's coming right up here. Cade Kaiser already out in center circle. He'll go up against Caden Beauchamp of the Watertown Arrows. Watertown in home white, purple numbers, gold trim. Heading near court to far from our vantage point here at the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. The Governors in road green with the black numbers and white trim, far court to near. Coming up in the first half, the tip is up, and Cade Kaiser will win the Comtech opening tip, tipping it back to Ty and Bus. Here come the Governors as we're underway. Game number 2 of the girls and boys doubleheader, 1 down, 1 to go. Dawson Getz with the opening shot of the night. First one up, no good though. From three-point range, Watertown pulls down the rebound. Cohen Kranz setting things up. Here's Beauchamp left side. Kranz, Jake Olson cutting across the lane. And the Governors will knock it away and out of bounds. Kaiser runs it down. Watertown will inbound from there. So the Govs 0 for 1 on their opening possession. Dawson Getz, who had the hot hand from three-point range, especially in the third quarter on Saturday afternoon. Couldn't quite get that first one down, but it certainly looks like something Pierre is going to want to do quite a bit. Kick out to the corner on the move, though. Kranz, now Beauchamp with it from Jake Olson. Kranz has it back. 5 on the shot clock. Arrows got to hurry here. Quick fire, long three. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound not handled by Zabel, and Beauchamp comes up with it. Buss will tie him up. And the Governors, who controlled the opening tip, will not get this one, but they will get at least a reversal of the opening tip. So, the inbound looking for Beauchamp, and this one will go off of his foot. The Governors may have made a good hands play there, but Beauchamp the last to touch, and they'll turn it over here on the reset. First minute gone here, almost. Full court pressure applied here by the Arrows. Man press. As Luke Olson gets it across the timeline, and Olson with the dipsy-do up and under. He beats Jake Olson. On that one, Olson puts the Governors on top first. There's several Olsons in this game. Luke and Jake, the one thing they've got in common is they're both very, very good golfers. In fact, Jake Olson is now a two-time state champion, if I'm not mistaken, in Class AA. Here's a kick out here, and Beauchamp will put a three-pointer down. This time he was able to spot up. Last one he had to hurry. There's a foul called. And half court here from Marcus Rabine. He'll pick up the first one. Kaiser and company will inbound from there. There is also Mitch Olson, who is a cousin to Luke Olson. But Mitch and Jake, for Watertown, no relation. 5:15 to go. 6:15 rather. Just started. 3-2 Watertown. As the Governors have it, tie and bust to Cade Kaiser. Coming near court. Jet Zabel now is up and good, fed by Kaiser. Zabel on the drive, kisses it off the glass and in for two. Jet, who had 21 in the win over Sturgis Friday, 20 more in the win over Spearfish on Saturday. As his first two here tonight, the Governors lead 4-3 in a push on the floor that apparently will go to Cade Kaiser, defending against Jake Olson. And that'll be Cade's first and the first for the Governors here in our opening quarter of play. Inbound off the left side of the key. Cohen Kranz looking. Back up top near center circle is Jake Olson. Looks right, passes left. Here's Rawdon stepping back for a three, this time overshoots, and it's out of bounds on the far side, and the Governors will take it. Governor defense with enough for the Arrows to think about, and it'll be Pierre basketball. Luke Olson coming this way, again, crossing over, stop and go. He still has the dribble as he'll reset on the top of the key. Kaiser near the Watertown bench to our left with the Governors right. Still plenty of time on the possession. Kaiser's pass was tipped and it bounces off the rim. That'll be a steal for Beauchamp as it's taken away by the Arrows. Here's Olson for three, outside left. Dawson Getz will catch the miss from Jake Olson. Quickly up ahead, Zabel. As Jake Olson closes his shot attempt off, the fast break will have to go to more conventional half-court offense here for Pierre. Now it's Olson to Kaiser. He'll bounce it in. Zabel lowers the shoulder, and an offensive foul will be called. Good defense there by the Arrows. Second foul here for the Governors. First personal for Jet Zabel. Now the Arrows to inbound. First substitutions. Jake Olson out. Brody Torgerson, a 5'9 senior, is on for the first time. See who else is in there when we get an opportunity. Torgerson with it to the other guy who just checked in, Will Engstrom, a fellow senior, 5'11. Peyton Bisker will be a third senior in off the bench at times as well. This is Engstrom to the free throw line. He ducks under the defender, gets, and a nice play for Will Engstrom. Shot up and good. Watertown leads 5-4 as we have seesawed baskets. Watertown has one extra because of a three-pointer down. The Governors with two-pointers down. Here's Zabel from the right elbow. Scoops it up and in against Beauchamp. Jet Zabel. Nothing conventional about him. Even Pat McClemmons said that. They're just The Governors aren't blessed with basketball players. What they have is big and strong and great athletes, and sometimes that is good enough for success depending on the matchup. Rabine to Engstrom, half circle. Watertown bleeding the clock again, down under 10 to shoot. 7-6-5. On the move here and gets with a blocked shot. It's taken by Olsen now. The miss for Cohen Kranz. Good defense all along there for the Governors. Looking to add to a 6-5 lead. 3:10 to go, quarter number 1. This is Luke Olsen driving, now kicking out, but Kaiser unable. I don't know if he was expecting that pass, but he's unable to handle it on the left wing. It'll go out of bounds, turnover number 3 for the Govs. Dawson gets out. Cooper Terwilliger, the big 6'5 freshman, in for the first time. The Governors again leading by 1. Miles Doyle will check in on the next play stoppage now after Watertown gets it inbounded here. Right side, Jake Olsen back in. Here is Peyton Bisker. Floater on the left baseline, up no good, but kept alive, and he gets his own rebound and puts it back in. That's Dylan Rodden, the 6-foot senior. 7-6, and with every basket scored, we've also had a lead change. That is our 5th lead change already in this game. Olsen penetrates. Zabel fakes. Little movement, but he gets it back to Kaiser, and now Cade Kaiser will pop from beyond the left elbow. 17-footer is good. And another lead change, 8-7. On the move, Engstrom, he fakes, got a man in the air, then drives, and Will Engstrom showing some good play off the bench. Here comes Olsen. Luke trying to body up even with the dribble against his defender. Here comes Tyan Buss around the perimeter, kicks out Kaiser. 9-8 Watertown. Give and go as Kaiser wrestles it away. Zabel fed him into a double team. Probably not the best look for a give and go that the Governors were looking for, but they do get a foul called. And Peyton Bisker with his first personal, second team foul for the Arrows in the quarter. And the Governors get Miles Doyle in. Cooper Terwilliger ran down the inbound. Now Doyle right side up top. Over to Buss. Olsen, extra pass across the lane, looking for Terwilliger, but that's interrupted. Knocked away by Cohen Kranz. It'll still be Governor basketball. As Kaiser will check out, and Dawson gets back in. Jet Zabel not on the floor right now. Here's Terwilliger with the inbound. He's fouled on the way back up, fed by Olsen. And Cooper Terwilliger would go to the stripe. Dylan Rodden with his first personal. Arrows lead 9-8. Once again, it started 2-0 Governors, and it was 3-2 Watertown, 4-3, 5-4, 6-5, etc., all the way here to 9-8. Now Terwilliger puts the first of 2 home. Caden Beauchamp back on. Engstrom with a good 4-point effort off the bench. Comes back to take a chair. Terwilliger's second free throw rims in and out. We've got our first tie of the evening as Watertown rebounds. Kranz the other way. Off to Rodden. Left side, Arrows swing it around Bisker to Olsen. Jake with the pickup. Now a good crossover effort here. Rodden, pretty shot, up and good. And it's 11-9, Arrows by 2. Dylan Rodden with the last 4 for Watertown. He could be a problem for the Governors this evening, especially if he keeps putting shots like that up and down. That one from the half circle. Here comes Olsen around the pick, and he lays it up. The scoop no good, kept alive Terwilliger. He lost it on the way up, but it's Luke Olsen back with it, and Ole will put it up and in. Second chance basket for the Governors. We tie at 11, and a foul on the floor here. It'll go to the Govs. And we'll see who has this one. Third team foul, both teams with 3 so far here in the first period. This is Tyan Buss and his first. Fresh 35. Final minute of the first period, 49 seconds on the game clock, but again, a new 35 coming on the shot clock. Inbound to Jake Olson, top of the key. It's it back to Dylan Rodden. Rodden against Luke Olson. I like that matchup. It's going to be fun to watch that one throughout this evening. Governor basketball here on River 92.7. Governor girls had an easy 57-32 win. The back side three, Rodden no good, but it's kept alive and put back home by Caden Beauchamp. Arrows get another second chance basket. They lead 13-11. Now 15 seconds to close out the quarter here for the Governors. Back near half court, Olson, and here comes Jake Olson. He'll reach in, trying for a steal, but Jake with the foul. His first. And that leaves 10 ticks on the clock for the Governors. Zabel not in there. Cooper Terwilliger is the big man. Sawyer Sonnenschein is also on in place of Ty Buzz. Olson sprung for three, and he pops it. Top of the key from NBA range. The other way, no good. 14-13. The Governors take the lead. Our 8th lead change of the first quarter. Pierre has it on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 14-13. We'll take a 60-second break. Quarter number 2 coming up. This is the boys' half of your Governor doubleheader. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer. Some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Everroot motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pierre and Fort Pierre athletics and events. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Away, Govs with the first possession. A three-pointer by Dawson Getz will not go, but Jet Zabel keeps it alive. Zabel finished the first quarter on the bench, starts the second period out there along with fellow big man Cooper Terwilliger. Under the basket, Getz has to kick it back out. Now Kaiser will stop and pop. Can't get it to go, but this is Terwilliger in there from out of nowhere, and Cooper T will put it back up and in. The Governors with a Luke Olson three-pointer to close out the quarter. Now the first basket of the second quarter, leading 16-13. Here's a three ball by Marcus Rabine on the left side. It's no good. And a rebounding foul that'll go to Watertown. And that'll be Jake Olson had the last one. This is his second personal, though. And Olson will check out. So Pierre up top, 16-13. First foul of the second period there for Watertown. Once again, that new rule, 5 fouls per quarter. All double bonuses. Sawyer Sonnenschein got to hurry. And this is going to be a 10-second violation. Good job with the man pressure there by the Arrows. Sonnenschein, every dribbling move he made, he just couldn't quite get any progress made. He was stopped short at half court. And that'll be turnover number 4 for the Governors. Kaiser checking out. Luke Olson back in for Pierre. 1 minute into quarter number 2. Governors lead by 3. It's the biggest lead for either team so far. Here's a stop pop or off the pass, 3 ball that will not go for Cohen Kranz. Terwilliger rebounds, and the Governors are on the move again. Arrows catch up defensively. Here's a handoff for Zabel, who drives and scores. Off the feed from Luke Olson. Jet Zabel is 3 for 3. That one a little more unconventional as far as Zabel's concerned, but quickness for a big man is a big weapon in Jet Zabel's arsenal. This is Beauchamp, who fakes left, spins around to the right. He'll put one up and in off the back of the rim, but a good shooter's touch. Caden Beauchamp's second field goal, make it his third. He has 7, 18-15 now. Getz steps back, 3-ball not available. He gets it back to Olsen again. Luke Olsen to reset, finds Getz in front of the arrow bench. Terwilliger to Olsen. Directs traffic, says Jet, come here and set a pick. Now he'll get it back on the roll. Zabel pops from the free throw line, shot though no good. Kranz down with the arrow rebound, 18-15, Governors lead, 5:35 to go, second quarter. Here's Will Engstrom, loses it, and I believe that was Sonnenschein who got a hand on the dribble. Zabel picks up and will travel with it. He dragged his pivot foot. Governors, again, you've got to like their want to move the basketball. Pushing it up and down the floor. Terwilliger will check out. Now Buss is in as well for Sonnenschein. Kaiser back in for Terwilliger, starting 5 replenished for the guys in green. 5.5 left. Second quarter, 18-15 our score. Far end of the floor. Watertown will take it. Set up by Rodden. Engstrom to Raybon. Engstrom gets it back from Cohen. Kranz underneath, challenging. He got Getz up in the air, and Getz will commit a foul. Dawson Getz his first personal, first foul for the Governors in the quarter. But to the free throw line goes Will Engstrom. And Engstrom coming off the bench. He must be more comfortable off the bench, but I'll tell you, in this game, he seems to be one of the top players for Watertown, the way he has played. First of 2 free throws, rattles in and out, though, no good. Got a couple of field goals in that first period. Try another one here, and this is up and good. 1 out of 2, 5 points for Engstrom. 18-16, Watertown continues to defend in the full court. Kaiser to Buss to set things up. Olsen back to Buss. Right side. Olsen again. Buss fakes the 3, steps inside the arc, yields to Zabel. Now he'll find Olsen on the top of the key again. Olsen sidesteps defenders, and he'll hook it up and in with a right-handed scoop. Luke Olsen is having a good time out there right now. He's got 9 points here in the first half. Govs by 4, 20-16. This is Rodden stopping at the free throw line. Outside, back in, and Kranz had it knocked away, but it's Engstrom picking up the loose basketball. Govs tip a pass. Here is Raybine, shot up and good. From the left baseline, line drive goes for Marcus Raybine. 4:15 left. First half, it's a 2-point Governor lead. And a reaching foul called on Dylan Rodden. This will be his second. There's a guy that Watertown really would rather not have on the bench for extended periods of time. Maybe a little early foul trouble here, though, and Rodden takes to the chair, and so does Marcus Raybine. Brody Torgerson back in for Watertown along with Peyton Bisker. Govs with it. Miles Doyle is back in off of the play stoppage for the Governors, but a Kaiser pass is knocked away by Torgerson. Govs still lead, but they have more turnovers, quite a number more than Watertown does. Here's Torgerson for 3. That's too strong, no good. And up high for the rebound is Miles Doyle. And he'll be fouled on the other end of the floor. Caden Beauchamp. That'll be his first personal. Team foul number 3 for Watertown in the second quarter. Buss gets it across the timeline. Govs still leading by just 2, 20-18. Their biggest lead has been 5, which was 18-13 at the time. Olsen underneath finds Zabel. Now Buss tying with the drive, extra pass, and it's through the hands of Olsen. It'll go out of bounds. Luke Olsen was trying to, probably getting ready to rebound. I think he thought Buss was going to go up with a layup. Maybe Tyen could have, but and Olsen probably thought, well, I should have had that one. 20-18 still. Governors lead here in Watertown. Torgerson with space, but then closed off by Doyle. He'll find Bisker, who will fire a 3. Peyton no good. Zabel rebounds. The Governors back with it again as the scoring has slowed here in the middle portions of the second period. 3 minutes left. Olsen setting things up, crosses over, drives against Torgerson, gets to Kaiser. Kaiser got hit hard, but the shot is up, no good, and we play on. Engstrom with the rebound, and now the ticky-tack foul will go to Luke Olsen here. My goodness. Tough break there for the Governors. I really thought Cade Kaiser got bumped pretty good and significantly going up for that shot. But this time Olsen reaches in. He'll get his first personal. And Bisker will check out for Watertown. This is not me complaining about officiating. I think these three guys are all very good at what they do on the floor. Veteran officials, especially Andy Deinert and Jordan Gow. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Here's a quick travel here for Engstrom. He stutter steps. So the Govs will get it back. That's only the third turnover for Watertown. The Governors so far with 7 in the first half. But Pierre still leads 20-18. Pierre could use a little more of a cushion right now. The efficiency of the offense, as we mentioned, has slowed just a little bit. Here is Zabel. Up top, Olsen. Spin move in the middle of the lane. He can't get it to go. Pretty move, but the shot no good. Rebound collected by Rabine, who's back in there. His pass taken away. Here comes Miles Doyle. He'll lay it up and in. Doyle with the intercept. And Miles with the 2. The Govs lead by 4. 22-18 with $1:45 left in the first half. Pierre led 14-13 at the end of 1. For 3, this is Engstrom. No good. And Zabel has the rebound, and Watertown's shooting efforts have slowed considerably as well. 0 for 5 in the quarter from outside the arc. Here's Olsen. Kept it alive. Kaiser, jumper is good. Luke Olsen was going to go up and try to get a layup, but somebody got a hand on the ball, knocked it loose, and then in midair, Luke called it in, kicked it out to Kaiser. Kaiser hits the 18-footer. 24-18, the biggest lead of the first half for the Governors is 6 now. 1:05 left in the quarter. 15 on the shot clock here for the Arrows. Down to the low block. Posting up and nowhere to go for Rabine. He'll get it out, and Cohen Kranz wants 3. This one no good. High rebound collected by Olsen out past the left elbow. And the Governors with another defensive stop. Watertown seeming to live and die by the three-pointer right now, but there's not a lot of living going on with the 0 for effort. Turnaround shot in the paint here for Tyan Buss won't go. Peyton Bisker rebounds. It stays a 6-point game. Shot clock and game clock are pretty much even. The game clock is on, although it actually looks like it's a half a second behind. So Watertown can play for the last shot if they want to. Arrows will play catch around the perimeter up top. Governors lead 24-18 for the time being. On the move, Kranz. Governor defenders switch off. Now it's Berg. The last shot up and good. Brody Torgerson. I was trying to think of the name. I apologize for that, but Torgerson gets one to roll its way around the rim a couple of times, and then it falls. Torgerson ends the quarter for the Arrows in fine fashion, but on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's still Pierre on top, 24-20. The 4-point advantage on the scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Halftime, sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial. Let's take a 3-minute break here, and we're back to talk about this first half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 1.9 APR for 72 months. Check out the full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
During this special time of year, the Grossenberg Implement family would like to take this time to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. They'd also like to thank all their loyal customers for their support and remind them they'll be closed all day on Monday, December 25th, Christmas Day, so their employees can celebrate Christmas with family and friends. Again, Merry Christmas from the Grossenberg Implement family to yours.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us, broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Here we go to the second half. We're glad to have you aboard here for our doubleheader tonight, a rare double dip. The Governors will try to finish the sweep here after the girls won the first game, but Watertown has the first possession. A drive down the right side of the lane. Shot up no good as Dylan Rodden hits the underside of the rim. And then the Governors will kick out, and they'll find Dawson Getz open for three, and Getz gets his first shot down of the night by Comtech in Pierre. Caden Beauchamp with it in the left corner, loses it, but kicks it out to Jake Olson. Olson's going to fire a three from the right side, no good. Getz with the long-armed rebound. And the Governors defending well so far in the first two efforts. Here in the second half, Cade Kaiser to Luke Olson. Down to the right baseline, Jet Zabel, tie and bust. Dawson gets out there. Olson trying a left side reverse, but this one also hitting the underside of the rim. Rebound down to Cohen Krantz. He's got it back. Cohen fires a three and hits. Fed by Dylan Rodden. Watertown hit a three in the first quarter, but they missed 10 in a row after that, or 9 in a row. Now they finally hit one again. Here comes Olson driving. Kick out, Tyan Buss, who will fire three. No good, but he traveled with it. He wanted to shoot right away, but the defense was coming at him. I think he just stuttered the step a bit. Turnover for the Governors. His number 8 on the night. 27-23 Pierre. Dylan Rodden, Jake Olson, Caden Beauchamp, Marcus Rabine, and Cohen Kranz, the starters out there for the Arrows in home white, heading to the near court as we watch this one at drgnews.com. Somebody lost Jake Olson defensively. Beauchamp feeds him, and Olson kisses it off the glass, and a 7-point lead for Pierre is now dwindled to 2 with 5 in a row for the Arrows. Here's a Kranz steal of a Kaiser pass, and Buss with a blocking foul. As the shot was up, no good. Kranz will go to the free throw line. Buss tried to get set. Kranz did lower the shoulder, but I don't know that Tyan was set long enough, and that's why he gets the foul. Kranz with the free throws. The first one, though, off the front of the rim. No good. Just the third free throw attempt of the night for Watertown. Fourth one coming up. This one could make it a 1-point game, and it's good. Cohen Kranz with 4 now in the quarter. Watertown with a 6-3 advantage early on since halftime. The lead down to 1, 27-26 for Pierre. Pierre in road green, near court to far. Direction they're heading, and now it is Rabine who interrupts an Olson pass for Kaiser. Right now the Watertown defense just a step ahead of the Governors on offense. Pierre with 3 turnovers since halftime. This one going out of bounds. Pierre will have to defend again. Kaiser against Dylan Rodden. Watertown could end up in the lead for the first time since the first period if they get a shot to fall on this possession. Here's a little punch foul called on Luke Olson. Olson's second personal, second team foul for the Govs since halftime. We're in the third quarter, fresh 35 with 5:19 on the game clock left. The inbound to Will Engstrom, first substitution in for Watertown, already in there. On the move here, and a nice dipsy-do. It's up and good for Dylan Rodden. Went around a couple of defenders, avoided a third or a fourth, and Watertown leads 28-27. They've scored 8 in a row. Here is Zabel on the return, fed by Cooper Terwilliger, who has checked in for the Governors. Jet Zabel with his 7th and 8th points. That's our 10th lead change of the night. And Rodden looking for another one, but his three-pointer bounces off the back of the rim and then hits the support wire above. That'll be ruled out of bounds, and it's Pierre basketball. Is in for the Arrows. Cohen Kranz out. Watertown still showing some presence, at least in the backcourt. Rodden against Luke Olson, who goes quickly now. Olson back to the top of the key. 29-28 Governors here. Zabel backing his way in, and he lost his footing. He really was trying to lean against the defender, and the defender, Jake Olson, just sidestepped him, and pretty good play there by Olson defensively, but Jet Zabel might have been caught assuming something, and we all know what they say about assuming. 29-28 here. Still not quite halfway through our third quarter. Rodden on the move. Finger roll, no good. Zabel with longer arms has the rebound for the Governors, who still lead by 1. Now 4 minutes to play, third period. 29-28. Tie and bus. Long pass. It was tipped back to him. He came and got it. Now Dawson will drive. Pull up from 5 feet. Fading away. Will not get it, though, on the left baseline. Jake Olson with the rebound. Not Cousin Luke. 3, but he misses that one. And the rebound here down to Torgerson. Heading the other way. 29-28 Governors. Beauchamp hooks one off the glass and gets it to go. Not a pretty shot, but it was a fine result for the Arrows, who take the lead back 30-29. Now to 3:10 left in the third quarter. Olson gets around Rodden, and he will challenge Jake Olson and score. And tack on a chance at a three-point play. Luke Olson with a big basket here for the Governors. Jake Olson will pick up his third personal foul. And Luke Olson will stand at the line with a chance at a third point in this play. Beauchamp out. Rabine is back in, but it's Engstrom checking out for him. Luke Olson to the line. Luke's had a nice little ball game so far, already in double figures. He just got his 12th point as the free throw is good. And the Governors are back in front, 32-30. Watertown quickly up the floor. Jake Olson's open for 3, and he hits. I would suggest if you're a Governor defender, you don't leave anybody left open. You don't leave them unaccounted for. They all seem like they like to shoot. Brianna Kusler will ask for a break and get it. The 30-second timeout coming as Watertown has taken the lead back with 2:45 left here, quarter number 3. 30-second timeout. Timeouts on the broadcast sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenholz wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10.
Official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRG News.
From full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Luke Olson works against Brody Torgerson. Torgerson will be called for a bump. And a fresh 35 here for the Governors. Maybe to try to set up that play that Brianna Kusler was talking about perhaps in the halftime break. 33-32. The Govs led by 7 early in the quarter. Olson in trouble, but Getz comes to get a loose basketball. Olson drives, but it's Jake Olson up high. He'll block it away. Torgerson down with a rebound. Watertown gets down with a rebound. And the Governors will head the other way. 33-32. It's the Arrows in front. Under 2 minutes to go, still third quarter. A lot of back and forth in this one, mostly in the first period. And now here in the third, again, a Governor's 7-point lead has been erased. Here goes Zabel, and Jet Zabel will score. Strong move, he gets it off the glass. Jet with 10, 34-33 Governors now. The return effort, Olson misses, that's Jake. Luke Olson rebounds for the Govs. Here heading the other way. 1:15 to go. Olson will slow it up here. And again, that Watertown defense really got the Governors flustered for a brief spell here, but they seem to have sagged off just a little bit now. Kaiser to Zabel up top. 10 on the shot clock. Zabel comes up short on the finger roll, expecting more contact from Rabine that never really came. I think that affected the shot. Arrows with it again. Here's a scoop for Kranz up and under. Getz. That won't go. Zabel with the rebound. And Olson will bring it across the timeline. 40 seconds to go. 25 on the shot clock. Here as we close out the third period. Good game so far. Two teams I think that are pretty evenly matched. Here is Zabel back to Olson for the reset. Top of the key, Terwilliger. fakes the screen. Olsen goes against it. He floats one up against and over the trees, but it's in and out, no good. And a foul is going to be called here on the Governors. Terwilliger over the top. And Cooper with his first personal. Only 2 team fouls for both teams in this third period, so the new foul rules really not coming into play. We haven't had any bonus shooting at all in either of our games so far. This is the 7th quarter of basketball that is about to come to an end. 10 seconds. Arrows playing for a last shot, or at least a quick drive, but Rodden will dribble off of his foot. Sawyer Sonnenschein in there to defend, and Dylan was pointing at Sawyer, maybe asking for a foul, but won't get that. Now 7.1 left in the third quarter. Cooper Terwilliger wanted to get back in there. Brevin Kaiser stops him and had to tackle him. The Governors send the shooter in, Dawson Getz, to see if they can close something out here. Getz takes the inbound, feeds it back up to Kaiser. Kaiser with 3 seconds, stops, pops, shoots, but it's no good. Off the right elbow. And Watertown rebounds in our third quarter. Comes to an end. Pierre clinging to a 1-point lead on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard that has them leading 33. Let's make that 34-33. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre as we pause for 60 seconds. We go to the fourth next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
There's no need to drive across the country when here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Back in Watertown. An early night of basketball here, doubleheader. Governor girls have won already. Governor boys going to the fourth, but with just a 1-point lead. They were outscored 13-10 in the third after leading by 4 at halftime. A Kaiser jumper is no good to start the quarter. Sawyer Sonnenschein comes up with a loose basketball. The Govs kick out to Luke Olson, but his three-pointer is no good. And now Watertown coming the other way. Dylan Rodden tripped up. Foul on the floor against Pierre. And we'll see who it is. Perhaps Olsen. If it's Luke, it's his third, but meanwhile Watertown gets back at it, and they feed Caden Beauchamp underneath, up and in for our 15th lead change of this game, 35-34. It was Olsen on the foul, his third. He has 3. Jake Olsen has 3 for Watertown. Those are the only ones in serious foul trouble. Here's almost kind of a kicked basketball, but it was a kicked dribble. Kaiser kept it alive. Kaiser pulls up at the left block. His shot is blocked. And Olsen is down with it for Watertown, and up ahead, the scoop for Rodden will not go. Here is Zabel out of there with it. Governor offense is really scuffled against the Watertown defense. Here's a Sonnenschein moment of indecision. And a traveling violation as Tyan Buss will come off the bench and check back in. Tough stretch there for Sawyer Sonny. And with 6:42 left, it's 35-34, Watertown. And again, the Governor offense just got to get settled back in. Whatever the Arrows are doing defensively since the first and second periods has really been helpful. Here's a slip up by Rodden. He just Had his feet go right out from under him. Governors pick up the loose basketball. They have it back. The feed from Olson to Zabel. Finger roll no good. Had it, and then just got pushed out of the play. Near official to that play, didn't see it, I guess. Jordan Gow, though, on the baseline, has a good look at it, and a foul called on the Arrows. As Getz will get an offensive rebound on that play. That's a foul on Kranz, his first, and now another takeaway here by Rodden. And the Arrows kick out. 3-ball, Kranz is good. Cohen Kranz for the second time in the second half comes up with a big 3. And the Arrows have their biggest lead of the night, 38-34. Here's Olson. There's a foul against Dylan Rodden, and that'll be his third. So Watertown with their second team foul of the fourth quarter. Gets inbounds from the side. And again, Rodden with 3 personals. Olson stops and backs in against Rodden. Shot will not fall for Luke Olson, and it's Rodden down with a rebound. And the Governors in with another foul, and Luke Olson has just picked up his 4th. So that's a problem for the Governors. Terwilliger checks in. Olson has to come out for now. Luke Olson with a team high 13 points. Jet Zabel has 10. Otherwise, he stays in there. The Governors are big. Actually, their 3 biggest players are on the floor, Dawson Getz included, along with Terwilliger and Zabel. Here's Jake Olson left side. Governors still playing man for the most part here in the lane. Kranz had to kick it out. Rodden for 3. It's no good. Buss collects. Then the Governors will head the other way. They could really use a basket here on this trip. 5 minutes to play. Trailing 38-34. And Watertown has had the better effort so far here in the second half. Zabel puts a man to the floor. He just lost his footing. Zabel has it back. He'll skip it all the way across. Tyan Buss for a long 3. Hits it. Big shot for Tyan Buss. Governors within 1, 38-37. The answer for Watertown will not go as Zabel fights for it, but underneath it is Rabine who came up with it. Now the Governors take it away. Kaiser off the right elbow, too strong this time. Kaiser perhaps surprised at how wide open he was. Rodden feeds and leads. It's Rabine who steps on the end line. Watertown will turn it over, and Dylan Rodden just, again, a little moment of indecision on that play. I think he was going to feed to Rabine cutting on the baseline. Rabine stopped momentarily, and as he tried to catch back up, ends up stepping on the end line. So it's a giveaway by the Arrows, whose lead still is at 1, 38-37, 4:10 to go. Fourth quarter here. Buss running the point with Luke Olson on the bench with 4 personal fouls. Tyan hands off to Zabel. Gets down to the corner. Cade Kaiser. Now Zabel over the top of a defender. No good. Got his own rebound. Put it back up. No good. And now a block shot by Caden Beauchamp. 3 misses for Zabel. One of them he tried in as he was coming down with his own rebound. Was still able to keep it alive, but the Govs come up empty. It's still 38-37. Here's Beauchamp. Big-bodied forward for the Arrows. Cohen Kranz will slow it up. He finds Peyton Bisker. Now Beauchamp fakes 3, drives baseline, gets his own rebound, gets a second rebound, and we will have a jump ball called. Caden Beauchamp doing his best Jet Zabel impersonation that time. And he tried to rush a putback as well that didn't go. Now Pat McClemens will take a timeout here, his first taken in this game. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. Let's pause for 30 seconds. We're back with 3:13 to play, a 1-point Watertown lead on River 92.7.
Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Fourth, just one three-pointer from Ty and Bus. In fact, that's the one that put us where we are right now, 38-37. Arrows out of the timeout with the basketball. Cohen Kranz gets it from Peyton Bisker. Now we'll hand off to Dylan Rodden. To reset, we're under 3 minutes to play. Rodden out to Kranz. He wants another three, and he's hit another one. That's 3 threes in the second half for Cohen Kranz. Gives the Arrows a two-possession lead again, 41-37. Luke Olson is now back on the floor for the Govs. Again, playing with 4 fouls. Gets in the corner to Zabel. Now to Terwilliger. Cooper will drive. He can't get it to go. Probably would have had a better opportunity coming from the right side if he had gone with a left-handed reverse layup, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Kranz with 2 personals. Cohen now with 3 threes and 10 points to help that Watertown cause. Terwilliger did not have had the balance on that one. He misses off the left side, no good. Bus out, Kaiser in for the Governors. Rabine and Engstrom are out for Watertown. Brody Torgerson with quickness on the floor defensively coming up for the Arrows. Second one's off the front of the rim, no good. The rebound tipped back to Torgerson. Terwilliger has shown a good free throw shooting touch so far this season, but they weren't there on those 2 attempts. Time becoming a factor here as far as the Governors are concerned. 2:15, we're counting down the fourth. The Arrows with the ball and a 4-point lead. Jake Olson picks up the dribble, finds Kranz. Out near the corner, near half court. 5 on the shot clock. Kranz drives, the shot blocked by Luke Olson. Pulled down by Zabel. The Governors have the numbers momentarily as Kranz had to come up off the floor. He catches back up. And here is Terwilliger. Kicks out, gets for 3. The line drive, though, a little bit short, and Kaiser will rebound, or foul, rather, over the top of Torgerson, I believe, who had the rebound position. Dawson Getz just didn't get enough air underneath that one. 41-37 still. Terwilliger out, Ty and Bus in for Pierre. Minute 44 left in regulation here. Governors trying to keep and add to a 3-game win streak. Watertown with just a win over Brookings a week and a half ago, and then a week ago tonight, losing at Mitchell by 27. The Kranz pass will go out of bounds. Again, miscommunication, misconnection in the Watertown offense. Trying to get a high percentage shot. Here's Luke Olson across the timeline, in the lane, falls down, but he gets it to Zabel. Zabel without a shot available. Now Bus from Getz. Outside the arc. Here's Getz again. Fakes, fires, short from the top of the key. Torgerson with another rebound. Torgerson finding himself in the right place at the right time. A few times down. Now we're coming to the 1-minute mark here in regulation. 41-37. Jake Olson leaves it out near center court. Kranz sets things up. Back to Olson. Watertown's right, our left side. There's the action right down below us. Watertown bleeding the clock, down under 10. 5 on the shot clock. On the move, Rodden loses the dribble. It's out of bounds. But all things considered, not a terrible possession at all for the Arrows. It is their 11th turnover, but they ran 33 seconds off of that possession clock. Pierre will have it. Brianna Kuzler takes a timeout. It's a full one at that. Pierre trails by 4. Let's pause for 60 seconds. We're back. This is Governor Basketball.
You're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Deficit. They'll have to go the length of the floor. Still a lot of time left, 39.8 seconds here. But the Governors, they need a score on this possession, and then they'll probably have to foul. Try to get things back. Watertown with full court pressure. Govs inbound. Olsen across the timeline. Only one field goal here in the fourth quarter. Olsen drives and gets around Cohen Kranz, but then Olsen lost his balance, puts one up off the underside of the rim. Kranz rebounds. He'll be fouled, and that just maybe an unfortunate circumstance there for the Governors. Foul is called on Zabel, who wrapped up Kranz. That'll be the last foul for Pierre to give, so they can still foul and get Watertown to the free throw line now, but another timeout taken here by the Govs. Let's take a 30-second Coca-Cola timeout, and we're back. Still 41-37 Watertown, late on River 92.7.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Dawson Getz will knock an inbound pass away. There's a lot of defense in this game. Watertown has been the team to hit the timely shots. They lead 41-37. The Governors trying to defend as much as they can in the backcourt, trapping Jake Olsen here, and a timeout taken by Pat McClemens. That last timeout actually was a Watertown timeout. This one will be as well. 30 seconds, let's pause. 17 seconds left. The Governors are really going to have to foul, I imagine, when we come back. Now, you're listening to Governor Basketball.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money?
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
27-20 after the first basket of the second half. But Watertown came back, scored 8 in a row. We went back and forth through the rest of the third period. One lead change so far here in the fourth, but that went to Watertown. And right now they're leading at 41-37. 15 lead changes in this game, in fact. But Watertown with a 2-possession lead in good shape. 17 seconds to play. And Pierre will foul as Dawson grabs Marcus Rabine. This one will put Watertown to the line. 5th foul in the quarter. Gets his 2nd personal. The one foul Pierre does not, or the one person Pierre does not want to have committing fouls is Luke Olson. He's the only one in this game with 4. Rabine will get 2. They're all 2-shot fouls now. With the new rule, Rabine, first one is good. It's only the 5th free throw attempt of the game for Watertown. The Governors themselves are just 2 out of 5 in this contest. Smaller lineup as Torgerson checks in for Jake Olson, but a quicker lineup. Second one for Rabine is no good, and Dawson is put to the floor. So that'll help the Governor cause, but this is not a shooting foul from Watertown. This is only their 4th in the quarter. 2nd personal for Beauchamp. And now Pierre, still trailing by 2 possessions, has to go the distance of the court with 15 seconds left. Watertown fans hyper about something, perhaps a would-be travel. Here's Olson for 3 with 5 seconds left, now 4.5. Luke Olson hits one, and the Governors will get a timeout. This one cuts it to 2. 42-40 now. One more 30-second break. Timeout from Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. This is Governor Basketball.
Place to set it free. If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The next Watertown foul would have free throws. The Governors need to defend here, and they need a steal. Left side of the key is where Jake Olson will be. Actually, he's on the left side of the key. All 4 Watertown players we're looking to go on go routes here. Here comes Olson as he will try to take the ball away from Dylan Rodden, but it's Luke Olson who is fouled out of the game. And as we were talking about, the one player the Governors couldn't really afford to lose was Luke Olson. And as mentioned, a key 3-pointer that he just hit, but he'll be disqualified. He's got 5. It's 15 points for the night. But Watertown comes the other way to shoot free throws, and right now 2.6 seconds are left. And again, they're all 2-shot fouls here. Dylan Rodden, no good on the first one. Pierre has a couple of timeouts left, so they'll probably need to take one regardless here. Second free throw is good. It's still a 1-possession game. 43-40. 2.6 to play. The Govs have to go the length of the floor when we come back after this 30-second Coca-Cola break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The best Western Ramkota Hotel. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Governor boys with their struggles here in the second half, but they still have a chance here. They have to go the length of the floor. 2.6 seconds left. They need a 3 to tie. and hope to send this one into overtime. Obviously, with Luke Olson off the floor, the guys that will be coming in, the one they'll have to look for is probably Dawson Getz. He's the guy you want to take this shot, if at all possible. Cade Kaiser will inbound. Quarterback of the football team, Jet Zabel is out there tying bus, and Sawyer Sonnenschein in for, here's a play. Zabel to Getz, shot up, no good. Online, but it hits the front of the rim, dances across, and the Governors had a great play. Set up, they executed. Kaiser to Zabel coming to half court to take the pass, and then on the move goes Getz to the left wing. He spotted up. He might have rushed it just a little bit. Watertown did have a hand in defense on that play. And Dawson Getz just unable to hit. Watertown preserves a come-from-behind victory here as they defeat the Governors tonight, 43-40, your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long. Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Tough way to end it, but still a good night of ball here at the Watertown Civic Arena. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, get into our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. Full recap, big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics. Your player of the game from Cowboy Country Stores will also be announced when we return with more Pierre Governor basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Bay.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Winter is here, and Beck Motor Company has offers to help keep your vehicle running in these cold temps. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Price match guarantee every day. Hand wash just $20. Our light details are $15 off. Cars, trucks, and SUVs. Duramax diesel fuel filters $49.95 and $69.95. See all our specials at beck-motors.com. Call 605-224-5912. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Dakota Storm Roofing. It's a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Hey, DQ fans, do you really like cheeseburgers? Do you love a delicious deal? Or boy, does DQ have just the thing for you. Say hello to the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. Get 2 of the legendary DQ single burgers for $5 or 2 glorious third-pound double cheeseburgers for just $7. Keep yourself and your wallet nice and full, only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good.
Back in Watertown, a game that definitely from the outset seemed like it certainly could go either way. Pierre Governors had several leads, several opportunities, but the shots just wouldn't fall so much in that second half of play, especially in the fourth quarter when Pierre goes 2 of 15 on the floor. And most of those efforts actually from inside the arc. the lid just seemed to be closed. 4 of 11 for Pierre in the third period, 6 of 26 overall. That puts them at 17 of 45 in the ball game. 4 of 11 from outside the arc. The Governors in late, short time had that three-point look at the buzzer, but an online three hit the front of the rim from the left side from Dawson Getz, and then it bounced over the hoop and was rebounded on the back side. So Governors come up empty. Pierre led by Luke Olson with 15 points, who did foul out. Jet Zabel next in line with 10. 2 double-figure scores, but it falls off after that. Cade Kaiser with 4 points. Dawson Getz did have 1 3-pointer in this game. Tyan Buss did as well. And Cooper Terwilliger with 3 points, more the old-fashioned way. Miles Doyle had 2 points for the Govs in this one as well. 40 for Pierre, but for Watertown, after trailing 24-20 at halftime, they hit a few threes in that in the second half. 2 threes in the third, 2 more in the fourth. And they outscore the Governors 23-16 to win this one by 3. In fact, they outscored them 13-10 in the third. Pierre's 7-point lead at one point, 27-20, was chipped away, and Watertown took the lead at 28-27 with that 8-point rally, but Govs still led 34-33 going to the fourth quarter, but still just 2 3-pointers for the Governors in that fourth and final period. Watertown, meanwhile, hit 2 threes, but they've got a couple of free throws and a 2-pointer as well. 43-40, the win in this one. Watertown hits 8 of 20 on the floor in the second half, and they'll finish 17 of 41 overall, 5 of 18 from three-point land. Watertown hit an early 3, then they missed 9 in a row. In fact, they were 1 of 11 overall in the first half of play. But add on that 4 of 7 in the second half, 3 of those hit by Cohen Kranz. The Arrows are 4 of 8 from the free throw line. 4 different players were 1 of 2 each. And Watertown is led by Caden Beauchamp, who has 11 points. Cohen Kranz with 10, but hitting those 3 threes that were big. Dylan Rodden with 7 points. Will Engstrom off the bench with 5. Jake Olson scores 5. The starting post player, Marcus Rabine with 3. And Brody Torgerson with 2, which was actually the last 2 at the end of the first half. 43-40 the final in this one. 26-24, Watertown out-rebounds Pierre. So that's a big stat right there. Pierre is not going to get out-rebounded very often this year. But Watertown, it just seems like Pat McClemmons always knows what adjustments to make against Pierre teams and what to tell his kids. And I'm sure he appreciates the opportunity to come back on victories over the Governors still after all these years here in Watertown. But a good job by the Arrows to out-rebound the Govs 26-24. Although Pierre does have a 7-4 advantage in the offensive glass, Jet Zabel I still have with 10 rebounds in this game after just 3 at halftime. Cohen Kranz, along with his 10 points, finishes with 6 rebounds. Watertown turned it over 11 times. The Governors come up with 13, and it was some of that defensive pressure that helped turn this game around, I think, in that third quarter, as Watertown just stifled the Govs a little bit more than what we saw in the first half. Pierre with 7 assists, Watertown with 8. Dylan Rodden, the point guard, leading with 4 in that department. As the Arrows win it 43-40, they improved to 2-1 on the season. Pierre falls to 3-2, 0-1 in conference. Watertown is now 2-1 in the ESD as well, as they win this one. And Watertown goes out west this weekend. The girls to Belle Fourche, the boys to St. Thomas More. Class A opponents on Thursday. Both teams will play at Douglas on Friday. The Governors will be done for the 2023 pre-holiday portion. They actually will have a December 30th game, boys and girls against Bismarck. Boys on the road, girls at home. That's what's coming up. Let's take another break here, and we'll get into big plays of the game. Hermanson Endodontics up next with our big plays. Sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics. Let's hear from them, and we'll recap where Watertown got the better end of this deal here in Watertown on River 92.7.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Big plays of the game brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. And again, as we kind of set the scene for that second half turnaround by the Watertown Arrows, it was their defense. It was just a little more in your face, or in the face of the Governors in that third quarter and through the fourth, as it was in the first half. The Governors' offense was a little more of a I don't want to say a well-oiled machine. They didn't score an awful lot in the first half either, but they scored a little more easily in the first half. Governors had some problems, though, with a few untimely turnovers in that third quarter. But basically, the difference became just Pierre was not able to hit shots. They weren't able to finish possessions necessarily, and they weren't getting those offensive rebounds either. So big plays in this game actually coming in the form of a couple of three-pointers hit by Cohen Kranz. He actually hit 3 of them, 1 in the third and then 2 more in the fourth period. And Cohen Kranz with those big three-pointers, that's going to be the biggest difference in this contest. And we will foreshadow as well as Cohen Kranz with those shots is going to be our Cowboy Country Store's player of the game as well. So no drama there. We'll take care of that. Let's hear from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. We'll come back and we'll have a chat with Coach Brianna Kuzler as the Governors fall in this one by 3, 43-40 to the Arrows on River 92.7.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Hunting the fields, fishing the waters, taking kids to activities, Cowboy Country Stores is ready for you. Feed the whole family on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, federal bird stamps, convenience with a capital C, Cowboy Country Stores, and Champ's Chicken in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Store's player of the game, once again, it'll be Cohen Kranz of the Watertown Arrows. We'll get him a t-shirt noting his accomplishments, helping the Arrows come from behind and defeat the Pierre Governors here tonight. Coach Brianna Kuzler of the Govs to talk about this one. And Coach, you start 4-0 out, or 3-1 rather, against the West River schools, and I just had that feeling that coming into the ESD, your first ESD contest, 43-40. Welcome back to the ESD, a physical, defensive-minded game, and you had the upper hand in that first half. But I think Watertown's defense maybe just. I was just talking in the recap here about how it just seemed like you weren't turning the ball over an awful lot, but you weren't getting good shots, and I think their defense was kind of a big reason why, and you got to give them credit, but unfortunately just not enough shots falling for you, especially in that second half.
Yeah, certainly, and it goes back to, again, I mean, when you give up 43 points, you like your chances of winning, but this was a defensive battle, and we just gave up. There were a couple possessions, the difference of the game right there. We talked in the locker room, and those possessions, they don't define the game, but they can be a difference in the game. And that's just how critical we talk about valuing every single possession. And, they forced some tough shots for us. I thought defensively they were all over us all night. Luke Olson did an awesome job of handling pressure because he had somebody in his grill all the entire time. And he did a good job of finding open guys and finding opportunities for himself to score. But then defensively for us, I felt we knew it was going to be a battle on both sides. It was going to come down to who was going to dictate more as far as the defensive side of things, which team was going to. And I felt like there were just a couple possessions that stick out to me when they knocked down a few threes that were uncharacteristic of the rest of the game for us. I felt like we were really solid defensively. I don't know from a Turkey standpoint how many stops we were getting, but I liked statistic-wise that. But then it just comes down to a couple of those where one pass they can cast, and they made them. And credit Watertown for that. But overall, I felt like defensively, we were pretty solid. They executed the game plan well. They forced it to be difficult, communicated, but again, it comes down to those little things. And tonight, we weren't the ones that came out victorious.
You're not going to have too many games where you get out rebounded, even though that stat is very similar. But obviously, I think if you have a little more of a rebounding edge, that would have been one thing other that you could do to kind of turn things in your favor. But again, that's just another indication of the difference of style of ball, I think, when you're playing an ESD opponent as opposed to some of those West River schools where you were able to score more points over the weekend, for example.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to start once we'll get back to work here, but then once we're into that bulk of our schedule, there's no slowing down. There's not going to be our 70, 80 point games by any means, but I think overall execution, we got good looks. It's kind of going back though and watching, it's that good shot versus great shot. We can, just because you're open doesn't necessarily mean that's the best shot we can get, and that recognition. I mean, we're a quarter of the way through our season. By no means do we need to lose our minds about anything, and I think the biggest thing for us is you win and you learn, and we didn't lose tonight. We're going to learn from this. I mean, we did lose, but competitor in me, but
we know what you mean.
It's one of those things that nobody tries to lose by any means. These kids were out here battling. Anybody that watched them, it was a battle every single possession, and they want it really bad, and we're gonna get them there. They work their butts off every single day. It's now just fine-tuning a couple of things and being able to knock down shots. I felt like there were a few possessions late that we had some open looks that we've got to knock those down. They did it. We didn't, and we're going to, but it's process.
And even on that last look, I think you definitely got the shot you wanted. It was a great play run. It is just indicative of how the lid was on that far end of the floor was closed, and it just happens that way. But I think this game is definitely one that makes you tougher going forward, both mentally but physically too. And even though you got a tough group of guys, that still is an area that could use some improvement as you move forward.
Yeah, there's always that growth that can take place, and early on here, still sitting with a winning record, 3-2 going into the break. It's playing 5 games, especially with you're going back to back, and then we had one practice in between with a bunch that is inexperienced playing with one another. Those are times where you would love to be able to maximize your practice time, and your your practice time is limited. So it'll be nice to be able to get back in the gym a little bit and just have some practice with each other, and again, just continue to learn from some of those things and be able to continue to grow, because we're making progress. It's subtle right now, but they're working. They're improving, but it's, again, that process.
All right.
That's why we do it.
So 11 days from now, after Christmas, it is going to Bismarck, and there's no, now that you've seen them 2 years, and this will be the 3rd year in a row, you know what you're going to get. That's going to be running, a lot of running. I think you've got the horses who can run with them. It's just a matter of whether you can continue to get high percentage shots against those guys, because they'll be shooting threes, and you're going to have to defend, and you're going to have to rebound, and such is life, such is basketball with Bismarck.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be in your grill all night and really trying to rush you offensively, and they're not afraid to shoot the ball. It's going to be very similar to tonight, but even more. You give them any space, they're not afraid to pull that trigger, and then they're going to be up defensively, full court, make or miss. So we've got to be prepared for that, and then overall just keeping our composure on things and being able to execute when we do break that pressure.
What is your practice schedule now as you go into the break? How many more days of practice do you have? How many days off? How many practices do you get leading up to that one then?
Yeah, so we'll have 2 practices here, Wednesday and then Thursday. The kids have they're finishing up their finals the next couple of days as well. They're in the midst of a lot right now, and for them, I thought that overall being able to clear their minds, come out here and compete hard was really good. But then we'll be off for Friday through Tuesday, and then come back next Wednesday. I believe that's 27th there. 27th, the moratorium's over the Christmas break, so we're not able to practice there, and be able to give the kids some time to rest, get their bodies back going into a big stretch of games, because it, like I said, once we get rolling in the new year, it doesn't really stop. So it's grind time right now, but we'll get back into the gym and keep working.
All right, Coach, we'll look forward to that. We wish you a Merry Christmas and everybody and your family, and we'll see you in Bismarck.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Brianna Kuzler, Governor, head coach, but the Governor's falling short in this one, 43-40. To those who will be traveling for the holidays, for high school sports, whatever the reason, remember the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team that remind us all that buckling up is the best way to save your life in a crash. Do it for your family and for your friends. You've got someplace to be, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Quick rundown once again. The Governor girls defeated Watertown tonight 57-33, so they're 4-1 on the season as they take the holiday break before playing Bismarck at home on Saturday, December 30th. There is more basketball, as we mentioned. Stanley County and Jones County. Stanley County falling in the first game. The girls losing to Jones County 39-30. And in the boys' game, at the end of one quarter, Jones County off to a 24-19 lead. So that should be a fun one to listen to. That's on 94.5 KPLO and DRGnews.com. Other AA scores in boys basketball tonight. Harrisburg has defeated Lamar's Iowa over across the border, 69-39. Jefferson over Lincoln in a good one, 67-63. And T-Area leads Brookings late first half, 20-16. In the girls' contest, T-Area hammered Brookings 75-37. That was the only other girls' game going on in AA in addition to Pierre and Watertown. So once again, the Governor's next broadcast for us will be a week from Saturday at Bismarck here on River 92.7. The Governor boys going up there for a 2:15 pregame, 2:45 tip-off against the Demons. Governor's Cup on the line. That'll be the case for the girls' game as well. That'll be on KGFX AM, 3 o'clock with the opening tip, and 2:30 with the pregame next Saturday on the stations of DRG Media Group. As for the wrestlers, the Governor boys go to the Mid-Dakota Monster January 5th and 6th at Presho. Governor girls compete in Presho on the 6th, the Saturday, but they will go to Harrisburg on Friday night, the 5th, for a girls-only duel, and that is what we plan to give to you as well for Governor Wrestling, our next wrestling broadcast. Gymnasts are off until January 4th, a Thursday night home date, as they have a triangular with Aberdeen and Hot Springs. And Oahe Capitals hockey is off until December 29th, and the boys host Sioux Falls 1. The girls will head out to Rapid City to take on Rushmore. That'll do it for our coverage tonight, though. A rare doubleheader. It was fun to be able to bring it to you, and maybe we'll get some more of these. Who knows? But probably not for the rest of this year. Your final Gales Gas Service scoreboards have been in the girls' game, Pierre 57, Watertown 33. But in the boys' game, Watertown earns the split in a come-from-behind win over Pierre 43-40. You can rewatch these games on River 92.7, the DRGnews.com website, and with Live Ticket doing the video there. Thanks to Caleb Brozick for running the show in video, and for Colby Carey in doing audio production back in our River 92.7 studios. I'm Brian Oakland for DRG Media Group. From all of us and ours to all of you and yours, especially from the sports department, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you following the holiday. But once again, KPLO-FM has Stanley County and Jones County, a good boys game going on, so tune over for that one. And until we speak with you again from north of the border, up in Bismarck, about 11 nights from now, once again, Merry Christmas. This has been Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com. Good evening, everybody.